We are here just after the race. Now that was one hell of a race. I was one hell of a race by Beast Mode. I called it Beast Mode is back. I was one hell of a race. Now we have to talk about the race of the night. I just actually had to mic drop the video for this one. Smoky.
Here, that's volume for a little bit.
I ain't eating that shit with raw egg. What the fuck? That was a weird little thing. Oh, my kitty is. What's right here? What are you doing? Eli. Come on. What are you doing, Smokey? Are you cold? Where you going? Where you going? In there. All right. So tonight's race was actually really explosive. The race of the night. And a race that I actually would have thought would happen. Now, the last couple of years, Eli has had a rough coming back, so to speak. And it's kind of interesting, because people has been talking about him, going out with a bang, making this his last season, or he's been talking about his retirement, but he hasn't really gave a straight answer to whether or not he's actually going to retire. Um, there's been, I think it was on Gypsy Tales, if you guys are aware of. Gypsy Tale podcast, Eli was on there. He did talk about and on the on his little preview videos and everything on the Supercross thing last weekend, talked about that he was wondering if he could still be that guy, the guy to have the capability to win, and all that sort of stuff. Um, Tonight really showed um, everybody that he still very much has the capability of winning another title. Now, it's as I said, it's still unclear to whether or not if he's actually going to retire. Tonight it showed me a lot that he still has the speed that he did before he ruptured that Achilles. It was at the time when Jet was going through his hype and everything, and everybody was talking on Eli. He's old, he's outdated, blah blah blah. That's just not. It's the it's not the truth. If you guys all watched the race, the battle between Jet and Eli, the times between them has really fluctuated between, 0.6 or 0.8 or something like that, up to 1 second. So it's almost like the same thing that happened between Jet and Chase that year. When Jet went 22-0. That's showing the same thing with Eli and Jet, but this time Eli is out front and Jet is forward. A lot of redemption for Jet from last weekend. And it was a lot of redemption for Eli from last weekend. Explosive start, I would say that. The pass on Cooper Webb. Cooper Webb got dusted. Can't stand the dude, but I can't help but, feel actually kind of bad for that. Cooper Webb got dusted. With AP, that was bad with AP. I hope that dude gets well soon. AP had a pull off the track, not feeling too well, feeling under the weather, and he had to pull out the race. That always sucks. But it does strike, it really does strike the question, is this really Tomac's last season after after this race? Like him pushing the way he did? Like, the dude's gnarly. Like, no question about it. Beast mode is back. Like, that was gnarly as hell. A legend to be future legend. Did what anybody else couldn't do. Was actually finally beat Jet at his own game. If you can call it that. I mean, both respect for both riders and everything. Yeah, tonight really showed. Tonight really showed that Jet finally has a worthy opponent. I'm pretty sure that kind of rumbled them a little bit. It had to. With Jet saying all the stuff that he wants to, beat Jerry McGrath and everything like that. Be the next Jerry McGrath and everything, and win all that he can. But, with the likes of, with Eli Tomac, with Beast Mode, back to form. Continue on from that year. It's got to make a guy tremble in his boots a little bit. I'm not sure what was going on with Sexton tonight either. That was it's a little weird for Sexton. And also with it, we got to talk about Vince Freezy. Eli had to push. When everything goes wrong, Vince Freezy is always there. Jesus Christ. I'm curious. Kind of curious for next weekend. Just use a butter knife. So we also do have to talk about the 250 class. Now, the 250 class that was actually a really interesting race. As for Chase Sexton, the that race with Hayden Deegan tonight was a little off candy actually. That was actually really weird for him to actually do that. I mean, he pulled the third, but he really has the capability to win races. Everything. It's good that he got on the podium. He secured some points. Cole Davies, that kid, 17 years old, rookie pro debut, second race. He's really showing some gnarly potential. I give it up to Juju Gomer. He got his first win. Dude's hella fast this year. I did my predictions video. I was actually unaware of all these other dudes in West Coast, and that sucks for Smoking Joe. Joe Shimoda broke two of his fingers, and that dude still rode. I know for a fact that shit sucked. That's weird how he broke him too. Broken by the pit boards. Two of his fingers. Got a little bit too close and smashed the pit board. I was also told that Deegan was the first one on the 250 to hit that quad. I guess it was Justin Hill. Justin Hill who hit the quad first on the 450, and then it was Jet, and everybody started taking it. And there was that one line. I wasn't looking at the line very well, but it was the section just before the finish line where there was that triple, the two table tots, and the single off. Now, I wasn't looking at it correctly because I thought those three jumps going to the section were a lot more closer than I thought they were, and everybody was going double, step on, step on, step off. And I was saying like, oh, why can't they triple and then freaking double onto the second tabletop and then step off? Then I realized that they made that triple in a double instead. They purposely did that, which I don't know why. That could have been a perfect fast line, and they ruined it. So like during I think it was the 250 LCQs. I'm like, why aren't they like tripling in and then doubling onto the second tabletop and then stepping off and hitting the finish line? No, the jumps were a little too far apart to triple. That was potentially lost. Potential line lost. And two riders. I didn't know. I didn't know who. It was Deegan and another rider. I forgot who it was. Who lost control in the whoops. Had so much traction and they just kind of drifted off to the side. Crashed over the top. Justin Hill and Chris Chisholm were the only two dudes actually running League gear. I think that's how you say it, League gear. You don't see that gear here in America that often. Well, no, in the 450 class, it was a very, very quiet race for everybody tonight, except for Eli and Jim. Had a little bit of battle of with Cooper Webb and Ken Roxon. That was a little bit of a rivalry reignited after Cooper's episode of Jitsi Tales a couple years back. When I watched Eli Tomac's episode on Jitsi Tales, it was really interesting. Because Eli tries to be that humble dude. Try to be that fast guy, but also be respected. Don't want to make no friends. Don't want to create no enemies. Sometimes the dude's a total mystery, and you know, with Eli actually getting on the podcast like he did was actually something that's very rare for him to do because he's usually very quiet on social media and everything. The only time we ever get to see an insight is for promotional things for Superheroes. That's about it. If he is retiring, I could see why he did it. You know, just kind of come out, give his life story, you know, just kind of share some insights of his life and everything like that. So, but it's still crazy to me, even on press day this week. Just Chase Sexton, Eli Tomac, and Jet Lawrence just all like pretty much the same lap, except for that 100th of a second. I think it was a hundredth of a second just between 7, 6, and 5, 5, 6, and 7. And then Chase at the last minute posted that fastest lap time. Which is why it was kind of weird that Sexton was down where he was. He didn't really make any big moves. And again, that battle between Eli and Jeff, that was crazy. Like it was a tag game. Eli pulling the second on Jet, he would close in on 0.8 seconds, 0.6 seconds. That was crazy. It goes to show, you know, Eli is back. He's back in form. He still has what it takes. I read tonight really good. And I have no doubts that this will be the last battle between them. I was really consistent right from Eli and Jet. Both Eli and Jet were hella good tonight. There's just gonna be no shorter battles this season. It's gonna be a fun one. Just gotta, you just gotta give yourself that confidence that he can still be that guy. He is that guy. He'll name that guy. He's an FMF. If y'all know, you know. Are you cooking broccoli? Oh, why the hell did it smell like broccoli? No shit, I smell broccoli. What do you know? Oh, is it? When you're baking cookies and you smell like broccoli, that's telling you something. So the season is still very young. Still very young. There's still more room for a lot of writers. A lot of writers to make up some points. Lock in some points, get some wins. Wishing AP a fast recovery with that sickness. Even Hunter Lawrence ain't feeling good, but I guess he wasn't as sick because he was able to ride it through. Got a top 10 and everything, or I think he got. I think that's about it. I think I might stream a couple more games tonight, I'm not sure. I'm trying out some new methods on writing as well, too. There's a couple of methods I was talking to somebody with that they've been doing on here, and they can actually try it. I'm just not sure how it's going to work because the scaling for the tracks and the speed of the bikes is it just don't work. Launch out. So I have explained that in a few videos before. That if you guys learn to hold the clutch, you guys can launch out of corners with traction instead of acceleration. It's really effective if you know how to do it right. So now I'm gonna try it with no clutch here. I did try that on another stream the other night, kind of just kind of find my speed with the gearing instead of using the clutch boost. The ride gets a lot more slow. But it is really effective. Especially if you hook into a rut. Somebody also said something kind of interesting too. Is that it would be a lot more interesting for this game to rather have the effects of a cable clutch instead of a clutch boost. Which I think is really interesting. Because as you all know, the bikes today with hydraulic clutches and stuff like that. Eli is the only rider in the 450 class who still uses a cable clutch. because they are a lot more reliable. I think that's part of the reason why he's such a good rating. So you can't deny the old trusty cable clutch. So again, I am sort of reason always after the Supercross races the most. I might stream on YouTube tonight. Sure. And I'm looking to do another terrain deformation video. You guys saw the stream, I think it was yesterday. I was using that Kawasaki 250 with the writing with the AI. They actually follow one line. So if you follow one line, they actually dig out some pretty good ruts. Some actually clean race line ruts. I still do absolutely think that the terrain deformation could be better. It could be a lot better. And I was still chocolate chip cookies and broccoli. That's an interesting combination. Alright. I think we're gonna leave it here. I'm not gonna spend any more laps with this. I might start another stream. I'm not entirely sure yet. But I think you guys can comment down in the stream playback and everything like that, the posted videos and everything. Down in the comments, let me know what you guys think about tonight's race. If you like this sort of content, give this video a like and subscribe to the channel, and